Hey, what's up, students? How are you doing today? My name is Teacher Guillermo, and today we're going to talk about wood. Hola, ¿qué tal, amigos de English Club? Mi nombre es Teacher Guillermo, y hoy vamos a hablar acerca de el would. What would you like? Ese es el tema de la lección de hoy. What would you like? Okay. What would you like significa ¿qué te gustaría? What would you like? Okay. And we can see here in the cover a bag and a cup of coffee. Okay. So, el would es una expresión muy utilizada, muy común, por ejemplo, en restaurantes, cuando queremos ofrecer algo. Okay. So, vamos a aprender a usarla el día de hoy. So, let's see the warm-up first. Would you travel to Japan? ¿Viajarías a Japón? Can you answer this question? Would you travel to Japan? Would you eat insects? Would you live in another country? ¿Vivirías en otro país? Okay, so let's see some vocabulary words for this. The first word is travel. Repeat. Travel. 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 Travel significa viajar. So, no hay que confundir travel con trip. Okay. Travel es la acción de viajar. Trip es viaje. Okay. Then we have eat. Repeat. Eat. 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 Okay, so eat is comer. Very good. Then we have buy. Let's repeat. Buy. Buy. Buy significa comprar. Excellent. Then we have work. Repeat. Work. 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 Work significa trabajar. Okay. Then we have study. 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 Study significa estudiar. Okay. Then we have live. 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 Live significa vivir. También hay que tener muy en cuenta que esta palabra se pronuncia live, que es vivir, y no live. Okay, live es algo distinto. Live es como una transmisión en vivo. Okay, pero si decimos live es vivir. Okay, for example, I live in Mexico, I live in United States, I live in China. Okay, very good. Okay, so we have here a dream trip. Okay, un viaje el viaje de los sueños, ¿ok? A dream trip. Vamos a leer esto juntos. Yo voy a leer primero. Quiero que pauses el video cuando termine y que leas tú después, ¿ok? So, Maria wants to go on vacation. She says, I would love to travel to Italy. Her friend Anna says, I would prefer to go to Japan. Maria says, I would like to visit Rome and eat Italian food. Anna says, I would try new food in Japan. They both agree we would love to travel together someday. Muy bien, pausa el video y es tu turno de leer. Very good, excellent. Okay, so where would Maria like to go? Where would Maria like to go? ¿A dónde le gustaría ir a María? Where would Maria like to go? Okay, so it says here, Maria says, I would like to visit Rome and eat Italian food. So she would like to visit Rome. Okay. She would like to visit Rome. Okay. And what would Anna prefer? What would Anna prefer? Okay. She says she would prefer to go to Japan. Well, she actually, a Maria actually le gustaría ir a Italia, to Italy and visit Rome, right? Pero Ana, she would prefer to go to Japan. Ella preferiría ir a Japón. ¿Ok? Entonces el would, eso es básicamente lo que es. Es una palabra que en español es como cuando ponemos al verbo ría. Preferiría, me gustaría, viajaría, comería. I would love, me encantaría. Okay, so let's see how we use it. Vamos a ver cómo se usa. Okay, so the would is very simple. So usamos el would y luego pues el verbo que queramos. Okay, for example, dice aquí, I would travel, she would go. Okay, yo viajaría, ella iría. Okay, that's what it says here. Okay, for example, I would like coffee, I would like coffee. I would love to travel, I would prefer tea. Y también hay que tener en cuenta la pronunciación de esta palabra, que no es would, no, la L no se pronuncia, es would, would. I would travel, she would go, I would like coffee, I would love to travel, I would prefer tea, would. Okay, so eso hay que tenerlo muy en cuenta, la pronunciación, the pronunciation. Okay, y también tenemos el contraction, esto seguramente lo han de haber visto muchas veces, el I'd, así se pronuncia I'd, o you'd, okay, que es I would o you would, eso es lo que significa, pero con una contracción. For example, si nos preguntan, what would you like? Would you like coffee or tea? And you can say, oh, I'd like a coffee, or I'd like a tea. I'd like. Okay. Esas son expresiones muy comunes. Y eso lo podemos usar también en restaurantes, por ejemplo, cuando queremos ordenar algo. I would like a burger. I would like a pasta. Okay. Something like that. Very good. Okay, so here we're gonna pause the video, okay? And if you traveled to Japan, what would you do? Tell me. If you traveled to Japan, what would you do? Si viajaras a Japón, ¿qué harías? Okay, so we have here some examples with visit, eat, buy, and drink. For example, what would you visit? I would visit. What would you eat? I would eat. What would you buy? I would buy. What would you drink? I would drink. Okay, so vamos a pausar el video y vamos a ir a nuestro whiteboard o en nuestro cuaderno y vamos a escribir estas 4 frases de cosas que haríamos in Japan, for things we would do in Japan. Okay, so let's do that. Very good, excellent. Okay, then we also have questions here. Okay, questions, que esto es para ofrecer cosas o preguntar si haríamos algo. Okay, for example, would you travel to Japan? Would you eat sushi? Would you? Would y luego la persona. Would, persona y luego la acción. Would you travel? Would you eat? Would you visit? Would you buy? Okay, for example here. Would you travel to Japan? ¿Viajarías a Japón? Would you eat sushi? ¿Comerías sushi? Okay, y también podemos, por ejemplo, agregar question words. For example, what, where, when, what, when. Oh, wait. Creo que aquí no se ve. Here. What, when, where. ¿Ok? Y estas las ponemos al principio y ya tenemos una pregunta un poco más elaborada, como por ejemplo, ¿qué te gustaría comer? What would you like to eat? Okay, for example, what would you like to eat? What would you like to eat? Where would you like to go? ¿A dónde te gustaría ir? Where would you like to go? Okay. So esas son preguntas muy comunes. What would you like to eat? Where would you like to go? Y siguen la misma estructura, solamente le agregamos el question word al principio. What or where. Okay. Very good. Excellent. Okay, now let's make 4 questions. Vamos a hacer 4 preguntas, okay? For example, if you travel to Japan, would you visit? Would you eat? Would you buy? Would you drink? All right. Okay, so let's go to our whiteboard or notebook and let's do that activity. Okay, very good. Okay, and here we have some exercise. We have an exercise. For example, I like a coffee. I would like a coffee. She traveled to Europe. She would travel to Europe. They prefer tea. They would prefer tea. I love to visit Paris. I would love to visit Paris. He try new food. He would try new food. Okay, very good. Okay, guys, so, and that would be the lesson for today. That would be the lesson for today. Esa sería la lección de hoy. Okay, so, espero que hayan entendido el tema. Okay, don't forget to do your homework, and if you have any questions, please send me a message. Okay, so have a very good day, guys, and I'll see you next lesson. Tengan un buen día y nos vemos en la siguiente lección. See you.